Welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. This is Jasmine. I have an 8-card spread here for you. Today I'm doing the thoughts and feelings of Kelly Chauvin. Chauvin. Don't know how to pronounce that last name. She's the wife of Derek Chauvin, the man that, did terrible things to George Floyd, caused his murder and stuff. So this is his wife, Kelly Chauvin. We're going to pick up her energy, her thoughts and feelings, what her plans are, if there was any deception, because I am hearing rumors about tax deception and then their assets as well. So I've asked the cards all these questions, and then I'm here to deliver the truth. If you want the truth, you come to this channel here because I will deliver the truth. I've been a psychic tarot card reader for 30 plus years. I've never been wrong. Okay, I'm going to put that out there, whether you think so or not. And yeah, we're going to go from here. Y'all don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Give me a big thumbs up. Hit that notification bell so you'll be reminded when I upload another video. This is alleged. I have to say that due to YouTube rules. This is alleged. This news may or may not already be out there. Everything else in the disclaimer box is in the disclaimer box because we are talking about another person. So let's get started with the reading. This video is for entertainment purposes only. You are not allowed to copy or use any of my content here. This channel is branded. Also, this does not reflect on my own personal thoughts and feelings about her. This strictly comes from the cards, the spirit guides, and my own psychic abilities. It does not come from what I think about her because I don't know this person and don't care to know this person. All right? So with that being said, let's get started with the video. For the first one, we have the Page of Cups. This is in the reverse. So usually in the upright, this is the Messenger of Love card. You see how the person is offering a cup of love. And this does fall in the past position. So this was in the beginning. It's showing me the beginning, how he offered her love. She offered love back to him. Vice versa. But now it's in the reverse. Okay. So when it's in the reverse, that means that things have changed. The desire to plan ahead is not there, okay? She is in her mind right now. She has, of course, they've already, done the divorce and got money and all that, but I'll get to that in a minute. So she was in her mind when this happened to George Floyd. She knew she could not plan ahead with this man. I see a lot of moodiness, brooding. I see her being detached from him or detached from the whole situation. Now, this may sound terrible, but for the most part, I feel like she's just trying to save herself. Embarrassment and her being Asian or, just not, just a different race. I see her being very fearful of that because, right now there's a lot of Asian hate. And I saw her being very fearful of that because of her race. And then what happened to George. She did not want to be associated with any of that. So that's why she filed quickly to get away from him, to end their marriage. Also, y'all, I see that she was afraid of losing the assets. It wasn't so much as they were trying to save their assets, because I've heard rumors that he told her to get a divorce. That way all the money can go to her and save the assets. No. She knew that they were going to use a lot of money for the court for him to try to save him. She wanted that money for herself. Okay. She didn't want all that money to go to him and be wasted. Okay. She took that money. That way, she was like, the hell with him. She took that money. Okay? So that rumor about them, scamming, trying to save their assets, no, that's not what happened. What happened was that she absolutely knew that it was going to take a lot of money for him to, get attorneys and all that. She took that money. She wanted that money to go to her. Okay? So For the next one, we have the Five of Swords. This is a bad card either way. This is actually him. This is a sneaky, conniving, no good SOB. He uses a wrong force of power. And this is exactly what he did. He used a wrong force of power on George Floyd. He used his power as a policeman to get his way, which resulted in the death of George Floyd. Okay, this person is very selfish, and she knows this about him. See, she's reflecting on this. Okay, and this is something she's always known, but this is the traits that she sees in him. And she's been open, her eyes have been open to this as well. Now, even more that this happened. Before, she thought about these things in her mind, but now she comes to the realization that these things about him are true. This is and this also represents severing of ties. This is a breakup, severing of ties. You see how this man is smirking because he fought these opponents. These opponents could not handle the fight, so they threw their swords down and walked away. And then he stole their swords. The water in the background was very murky, representing turbulent times. So this is a card of severing times, unfair application of power. So her husband did an unfair application of his power as a policeman to subdue George Floyd and kill him. All right, so he fell from grace. Okay, this card also represents fall from grace. So she's reflecting on all this, and she knows now this is how she sees him. This is how he really is, okay? Very cunning person. He's cunning, and he has the ability to talk others into doing things his way for his own pleasure or for his own, satisfaction. And he manipulated. This person is very manipulative, and she's seeing now that he manipulated her in many ways throughout their marriage. I think they were married 10 years or so. To do things to suit his own needs. And she's reflecting on all of this. She knows all of this. It's clear. It is clear in her mind that he has done all this to her and to other people. Okay, this card also represents developing a bad reputation. She does not want to get a bad reputation because of him. And also, he has a bad reputation now. So all this is combined in one big old thought for her. She's come to the realization of the truth, which something she's always known about him, but never really sat to think about it or do anything about it. But this incident with George Floyd has opened her eyes to the truth. Okay, it's opened her eyes to the truth. So that's where her mind is at. All right. So now for the next card, we have the moon. This is the split. Okay, you see how the road is splitting the two animals that are howling at the moon. And there is two separate buildings, so that represents two separate residents. So that's when she decided to leave. She was like, okay, I've come to this realization here. It's time for me to go. So literally, this is just representing the split that came about because of the incident that happened with George Floyd. She didn't want to have nothing to do with it. She didn't want her name dragged through the mud. I feel like she was more concerned about her name than what actually happened to George Floyd. I'm serious, y'all. This is the information I'm getting from Spirit. This does not come from my own thoughts, I don't know her. But Spirit is saying that she was more concerned about her reputation, what people were going to think about her, if someone was going to hurt her being Asian, and then because of what happened. She wasn't so much concerned. I mean, she did care that, that man passed away and what her husband did and everything, but she was more concerned about herself first, I don't know if that's natural to feel that way, but I do see that, okay? So here again, we have another split. This is a two of swords in the reverse. In the upright, it means that you're at a crossroads. The woman is blinded, man or woman. Lots of turbulent times in her mind. She's in her mind. She was in her mind and still is about all this situation. and was at a crossroads. She was thinking, what should I do? Should I go here, there, whatever? It's in the reverse, so that means she made her decision quickly. She made her decision quickly to move ahead, to do the split, to go her own direction. Again, I'm hearing from Spirit that she was trying to save face. She was trying to save her reputation, trying to save her name, because she was like a beauty queen at one time and all this other stuff. So she didn't want any of this be associated to her name. But guess what? It is. I mean, you can't escape the reality of it. She's trying to escape the reality of it to where she won't even be associated with any of that stuff. But it's too late. You've been married to this man for all these years, and then it was a tax fraud situation as well. I'm going to do a separate video about that. So yeah, she can't really run from this or hide from it. She can divorce him all she wants, take his money, but she'll be forever branded as his ex-wife, that was involved with him, the wife of the George Floyd killer. She'll be forever branded with his name, and she knows that, okay? And that's what she's trying to run from. Her main concern is her name, to clear her name, okay? Yes, she cares about George Floyd and all that, but that's not her main concern, okay? So let's not get it twisted, y'all. Her main concern was to save face, save her name, okay? So now here we have the Page of Wands. This is the Page of Wands that brings in information. The wand, you see how the page man is looking at the wand, studying information. This page usually brings in good news. So this is the money that was awarded to her through the divorce here, because here we have the money here. So I'm seeing that she did receive the news that she was going to be awarded some money. She didn't get all that she wanted, because she wanted the whole thing, but she didn't get all of that. So I think they gave her as much as they could, and that was that. So that's basically what this card represents. Now, here it is here. This is the money that came in. So this kind of set her up for a while, because it's not a whole lot of money. It's not like millions or anything like that. But this is going to give her a brand new start, brand new beginning of what to do next with her life, where to go. That's what this card represents, new beginnings, because of money. The money is going to bring her new beginnings. So from this point on, she's going to move forward. She's not going to think twice about him. She's letting go, again, after she's realized all the things. She had an awakening. I'm surprised the awakening card didn't pop up here, because she had an awakening about him. Like I said, she always knew the stuff about him, deep back in her mind, but she never brought it forth to realization that he was this type of conniving person. But she always knew it, like deep back in her mind, she would have thoughts about this. But this brought a huge awakening for her, and finally said to herself, okay, sorry, my phone started ringing. She finally was like, okay, this is, what's happening. This is how he really is. So, yeah, there you go. So for the next card, sorry if my phone skips, y'all. I'm using my phone, and then when there's a call, the phone literally stops the recording. So if you see moments where it freezes, that's why. I tell people not to call me when I'm trying to do a video. Okay, so for the next one, we have the Fool. The Fool in the reverse. So in the upright, this means a new beginning, you opening your mind to innocence, just moving forward. And this is how she was in the beginning with him. Excuse me. When she met him, she was on this new adventure, happy, looking up, didn't know she was about to fall off the cliff. And she was very happy. Oh, I met a new man. He's going to take care of me in all these years, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but throughout the years, like I said, she saw all the stuff about him, but never brought it forward. So now she's like the Fool in the reverse. She's saying there was no new beginning with him. She has the desire now to seek new beginnings, but on her own. The journey she was on was not satisfactory. She's come to that realization as well. This whole marriage was a coup. These are her thoughts. This whole marriage was a coup. She wasn't satisfied at all. She acted foolhardily, meaning she feels like she jumped too quick to marry this man. I'm hearing that she should have thought about it first. This is everything that's going through her mind. Yeah. I'm feeling that she's saying, this happened to me before. Because this card is when you haven't learned your lesson from the first time. So the first time she was in an arranged marriage that didn't go well, and now this happened. So I'm feeling that she's saying, okay, this happened again. How many more times is this going to happen? Where's my beginning? Where's my new beginning? When am I going to get something good? These are all the thoughts that's going through her head. This also card represents delays in your future. Because of troubles that you're having, unwise choices. She's feeling all of this. She's going through many, many emotions, y'all. Many, many emotions. As most women do when they get a divorce and realize stuff about their husbands. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe I married this monster. What was I thinking? I made another bad choice. So she's having a lot of self-doubt about herself. She's kind of down on herself, thinking, when am I going to do something good, something right? When is the right man going to come? How can I have gotten involved with this man? Things like that. That's the energy she's currently in. Okay. Now, this was interesting because this is the Heartbreak card, the Three of Swords. This usually involves a third party. I'm not really seeing him involved with another woman at the time of George Floyd's passing, but I do feel like there was other women that he spoke with that she was not aware of during their 10-year period. But this heartbreak is more towards the Floyd thing, which, involved a third person, which brought her much, much heartbreak. Okay, this is something she wasn't expecting her husband to do, expecting to happen. She literally thought she was going to be with her husband for the rest of her life. So this incident brought her much heartbreak, a lot of crying. She did a lot of crying, although we can't see that. She doesn't show that in public, or there's no videos of her. But this brought her tremendous heartbreak. What gets me the most is that she's not really heartbroken about Floyd. She's heartbroken that her marriage ended, that her husband drug her name through mud. Things like that, It's not like she's putting Floyd first. She should be like, oh, poor man. Yes, I'm devastated. She did release something that said, oh, I'm devastated, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's all for show. Okay? But deep down, she's more worried about her name. Oh, what do I look like to the public? What's going to happen now, with me, my love life, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's the energy she's in, which to me is bothersome because I feel like she should be more worried about what the husband did to Floyd than to her. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all get what I'm saying, but that's the energy she's in currently. Okay, she is moving forward with her life. I will do a part 2 to see what's going to come up for her. In the near future, what she's going to get into, what type of work she'll do, and stuff like that. And I also want to see if her ex-husband is going to contact her, their conversation and stuff like that. So there's going to be several parts to this, okay? I want to do more parts on them and see if they're going to ever have any type of communication or not, what's going to be said, and stuff like that. All right, y'all, I'm going to end it here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all, give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel. Comment, please comment. And hit that notification bell so you'll be reminded when I upload another video. Don't forget, if you want a personal reading, contact me with the email down below, and I'll get back at you as soon as possible. See you next time. Bye-bye.